Hey guys, hello and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we are going to talk about one of the most mysterious subjects. The reason I'm calling it as mysterious because at least the Asian parents, they are not very familiar with this subject. And the name of the subject you must have got to know from the thumbnail itself, that is global perspective. Now, many a times I get a lot of queries from the parents, mostly from the parents, not from the students, that what is this subject all about? I have heard about physics, chemistry, bio, mathematics, eco, accounts, etc. But I don't know what exactly do we have to do for this particular subject and how to prepare our child for this subject. And most important query is, shall I drop this subject? Because I don't know how to prepare for the subject and how to approach this particular subject. So in this particular video, I am going to talk everything about global perspective. And most important thing here is, please do not drop this subject because it is a mandatory subject for your IELTS certification. If you would want to know more about IELTS certification, you can definitely check out my Instagram profile and my LinkedIn profile. However, I am going to come up with a detailed video in future with regards to IELTS certification. Just a brief about it. IELTS certification is a certification which basically is an additional certificate along with your IGCSE certificates, and definitely it holds a lot of weightage for your university applications. So now moving on to the main topic of discussion for today, that is your global perspective. Now, as the name says, global perspective, the reason Cambridge introduced this particular subject since 2014 was because the existing subjects that we had, that is physics, chemistry, bio, math and all the other subjects, were not enough to address certain global issues and develop a critical thinking ability to various local, national and global issues from these global citizens who are our students, right? They are going to be the future citizens. And that is the reason this particular subject was introduced. So when we talk about global perspective, the syllabus tries to develop the qualities of, that is researching, analyzing, evaluating, justifying, developing, and most important quality that global perspective targets to develop is collaboration or teamwork. So this is the major reason, because we are here in the process of building future world citizens and future leaders. We have to make sure that they have the qualities that are mandatory for the world citizen. And thus this particular subject, which carries maximum weightage if you compare with other subjects, that is 200 marks, was introduced in 2014. Now discussing about the assessments for this particular subject. So there are three components that we cater to. So component 1 is your written exam, which is for 70 marks. Component 2 is your individual report. So this is a kind of a research report or a project done individually by you, and it carries 60 marks. Component 3, which is your team project, you do it in your team and it carries 70 marks. Now let's understand in detail about the written exam. So when we talk about the written exam, similar to how you have your inserts or your text to study in English, you also have inserts to study in global perspective. So you will have 4 sources and you have to read, analyze, synthesize, comprehend those sources and then answer the questions asked in the written paper. Generally, the written paper evaluates critical thinking ability, and the most important thing that the examiner and Cambridge loves is writing a very nice, beautiful, personal response. Now, when I say personal response, you have to cover 3 important categories or perspectives, to be precise, in personal response. That is your local perspective, national perspective, and global perspective. So these are the 3 major perspectives you as a student have to adhere or have to address while writing answers in written paper. To talk more about written paper, let us understand few type of questions asked in this particular paper. First type of question, which is generally a 1 or a 2 mark question and generally have a direct answer from the insert, is identification question. So generally you have to identify reasons, consequences, opinions, facts, etc. And if it is a 2 mark answer, you have to make sure that the 2 points that you're writing are non-repetitive and relevant to the question. Of course, in my future videos, I am going to make a complete playlist for global perspective. So do not forget to subscribe to this channel and also follow me on my Instagram handle, because I am definitely going to post a lot of tips and tricks on my Instagram handle for this particular subject, and most importantly, I talk about commonly asked questions by the students and the parents. Now coming to the second type of question that is asked in your written paper, which is again your personal response question. Personal response question generally carries 3 marks, 6 marks, and then 15-mark question. When we talk about 3-mark question, you generally talk about your personal perspective. When we talk about 6-mark question, you talk from personal, local, or national or global perspective as per what your question is demanding. And then moving on to the next type of question, which is a 15-mark question, you have to make sure to explain it in complete detail. Now, the next two important components, that is your individual report and group project. These two components I am going to cover in my future videos, because technically I will need to dedicate one single video for each part. It is a very in-depth video, and also how to attempt written paper. I am going to talk more about it in a dedicated written paper video. Now coming to the next important query from parent is whether I should drop this subject. I have informed you before as well, and I am telling you right now also, do not think of dropping this subject, because this subject is a very important subject. Even if you are switching from IGCSE or Cambridge curriculum to IB curriculum in future, you have a similar subject which is called as theory of knowledge. It's not exactly the same, but it is pretty similar. It explores the various perspectives for different students. So do not think of dropping this subject. If you would want to figure out some after school help for this particular subject, you can see the number over here. Drop a message. My team will get connected with you to arrange completely free demos with our expert Cambridge and IB educators. Whether or not you join us, you can at least get through the demo and see how these subjects are approached. I hope you enjoyed watching my video, and in case if you would want to watch more such videos, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button. See you in the next video. Bye bye.